It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, from a city that really gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
This is that football, baby.
Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gardner on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the story
It's a great game between the Giants and the Bengals.
Expected as this game continues. So how will that be?
Cowboys took the battles.
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game, because it actually
the first matchup.
Well. That big roar you get is often muffled when it's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Deontay Hardy back deep. Fielded at the 20. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Henry again on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
First matchup between
Jackson.
Oh, dang.
This one into the hands of Aguilar.
Touchdown.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's follow something.
Nelson Aguilar.
Finally, boy. To Cincinnati fans, man. To Joe Burrow.
First here this afternoon. Well,
Cincinnati has not had a win at all. Lost at Falcons. Lost at Panthers.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't
He's
like
been
that
losing.
at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed
It's
to
been
be.
really
But what
tired.
you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a
Ball.
3 and out,
The Ravens on Wednesday night had a great game against the Steelers. That was the first division matchup ever. And it was one hell of a game, of a football game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. What a shocker! What a shocking ending! A shocking ass ending in that game. It's crazy. That's just how these rivalry matchups, division matchups is, man. This is intense, and this is going to be intense. And Ravens got the first points in the game. The home team with the first points in the game, 7-0. Tonight, Cowboys, Commanders, Daniels, Prescott tonight. Washington, Dallas tonight. Burrow, trash. Yeah.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
Just like the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs are, what, 0-5? Trash. Lost to the Titans last night on Tuesday Night Football. It was a great game between them. One of the greatest games I ever seen in my life. Chiefs will face the Patriots tomorrow night. It's face Tennessee, and now they got to go to Boston tomorrow night. They don't get hit. So a great game between the Giants and the Eagles. That was the first game. This Wednesday night matchup, division matchup night. With Barkley returning to New York. Oh, down to the ground, baby. Trash. Get down to the freaking, eat that snow, eat it. Eat it. Got tackled by a nigga named Arthur, man. Get your ass down.
Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Down to the ground. Arthur. He's writing your book, boy. Everybody go and get down to the room. 3rd and 17. Damn. Right.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw.
Get back to the room.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go. Ravens back on the field.
They go play action now.
Touchdown.
Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, right.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
You got it. Nice touchdown.
It's
a slow.
Oh. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
Go.
That one into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Able to push his way through. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Tucker now to add the point after. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Burrow. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he should go put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Burrow will throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You got the Super Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowball game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now back to throw. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless
Lamar Jackson doing a spin over and
He's a
shit.
tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, it's Henry. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. In motion, Aguilar. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Now Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution. Their nickel defense, that 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardy set to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They go play action with Jackson.
Complete
to Likely. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They got 29 yards that time. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage, because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. It's Jackson.
What?
And this is going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete to Chase. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, it's intercepted.
Oh, shit.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action now. Jackson shakes off the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Second down and 4.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Offside, defense.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Raven pressure goes. Now the Bengals going to their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
27.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's get it. 20-13 here in this game.
The first half belonged to the reigning NFL most valuable player, number 8, Lamar Jackson. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
See what happens in the second half, man, with Lamar Jackson on the road.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Well, aggressive in this damn offense on Baltimore.
In motion right is Aguilar. Jackson now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
That's the type of defense they need to be doing.
Bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return is Jones. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
Oh, good. You can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Oh, interception.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take
Bro, you
over
trash,
possession
bro.
here up at the 44.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Get what you want. Get what you want. Get what you want. Get what you want.
Ready to go on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got the ball back.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. up, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Throwing is Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Go pass.
Down inside the 10. Where the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this lines up a touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Bengals drive about to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense.
Yeah, you're right about that.
There he goes, right side. And all the way Cincinnati score. T. Higgins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the